Conservative New Meat Peeps, what's up? It's me, John D. Villarreal. We're here with Justin Wilcox, the Silverback. This guy's pumped up, dude. I'm so jealous of the physique, man.
Hey, just work hard, man, and train hard, and, you know, a little bit less genetics.
Now, you used to, right, no, you got the genetics on me. Now, you used to be a bodybuilder, like Phil Baroni is a bodybuilder. Now, I saw that piece with you guys hanging out there, a.k.a. going to Max Muscle, doing the whole thing.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
That's what I was telling Phil.
It's like Jersey Shore.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, can you get this guy, I mean, I know you got to worry about yourself, but can you get this guy on the right track? Because he's out there and he's gassed and stuff, and he looks great, and he's got all the stuff and the hype, right? The performance, the entertainer. But man, that guy's got to learn how to do the second, third round.
He actually, you know, he picked it up a little bit for this camp. So, you know, I think if he had a little more time, he would have been even better, you know, than what he did. But you know, for what with the time he had and everything, and he did pretty well. You know, he did all right.
He did all right. Now let's talk about Strikeforce Challenger Series the other night. You had a lot of explosiveness, a lot of good kicks, a lot of good strikes. You looked really strong. You really dominated in there. Talk to me. Tell me about that fight and how it evolved being in the ring.
That fight was actually, you know, I felt really good for it. You know, obviously a lot of our fighters at AK are hurt right now, so I was like, you know, I really got a lot of hands-on training for this fight, so I felt really great for it. And you know, and a lot of you know, the hands-on training came out in the fight. Everybody got to see, you know, what AKA and their coaches can do.
AKA is huge. They're strong. There's no doubt about it. What's next for the Silverback?
Next for the Silverback is, you know, I'm always shooting, get my eyes on that belt. So, you know, hopefully, you know, sometime in the future we get a shot at that belt.
Now, are you going to go for the Strikeforce belt? Are you looking now from some of the super fights with the UFC? I mean, how does that?
Right now, you know, I've always, you know, the first thing I want to do is the Strikeforce belt. I don't want to look past that. And, you know, that's what I have my eyes on. And after I get that, then, you know, we'll look for, you know, a super fight.
How do you think you stack up against the champion?
Against which one, the UFC or Strikeforce? Gil. Gil is a tough fight for anybody. Yeah. Anybody.
No quit in him. Super tough.
No quit, and the kid's got heart. So, you know, I know it'll be a tough fight. You know, but you know, I'm willing to take on anybody.
I like you against Frankie Edgar and maybe even Gray Maynard. You know what I mean? I thought Gray Maynard won that fight, by the way. But the thing is like I just think someone like you presents a big challenge for Frankie Edgar.
You know, me and Frankie go back to college. We know each other from college. Yeah. So, you know, he's a tough kid, and you know, I think I pose a problem for anybody. You put me in, you know. So
I like it. Now, how big are the guns?
The guns are pretty big.
Wow, that is serious, dude.
They're pretty big.
Oh my God. Now hold on. Let's get an ab shot right here. Look at that. Yeah. That is ridiculous. That's after a fight. You probably had some pizza and everything going.
I'm like 20 over right now. 20 over. But yeah, ask anybody on my team. I always walk around hard and lean. See? You know, that's just my
year round. That's how I did it year round. There's no off season.
Yeah, no.
Now, what about GSP versus Jake Shields? I just went over there. I interviewed Jake Shields. Checked out his training camp. The dude looks very impressive. I know no one can sleep on GSP.
How's his cardio looking? That's
real good. Real good.
That's what's going to tell the tell in this fight is the cardio. If he can keep up taking those shots over and over again, trying to get a GSP down, because we all know he doesn't want to stand with GSP. So, you know, and Jake wants to get to the ground, and if he can do that, he has a good chance of winning.
I don't think GSP can stand up for 5 rounds. I think GSP's natural instinct is to try to get that thing to the ground. I mean, other than cost, and even that went to the ground a little bit. We haven't really seen GSP stand up for 5 rounds.
Yeah, I know, and you know, and Jake, you know, he's going to fall into Jake's game if he goes to take Jake down. I mean, Jake, that's where he wants it, you know.
And Jake took the H-bomb from Henderson. Right. So it's not. He's got chin.
He got chin. He's got chin, and he's going to be there. I mean, you're going to have to put Jake away, and the only way you're going to be able to put him away is knock him out. You ain't going to submit him, you know. And we all know his chin is tested, you know.
Now, do you buy into this whole thing? Because I've said it, and I don't want to say this in the wrong way. I think GSP is scared of Anderson Silva. And I don't mean like he wouldn't fight him, but I think that he's so protective of that record. I understand that the marketability, it's a business and stuff like that, but I think he knows, in my personal opinion, that he can't beat Anderson Silva, but everybody wants that fight, and that would be the biggest fight, it may be in MMA history. Now, do you think GSP's ducking, number one, and number two, if he does beat Jake Shields, do you think that he will face Anderson Silva? Because he looked like he was kind of backing off a little bit on the last MMA Live that I saw, whereas Jake Shields has said flat out he would definitely take that fight, and he wants to fight Anderson Silva if he wins against Jake Shields. Or sorry, against GSP.
I mean GSP, you know, right now I think he's not worrying about Anderson Silva. I think that's the thing that's coming to, like, a fighter when he's getting ready for something.
This is one first.
Yeah, he's got his eyes on, you know, well, he should at least, you know, if you're a fighter, you should have your eyes on your next opponent.
Can't look past Jake Shields.
And not look past. It's like all the interviewers were asking me, so what are you gonna do after this fight? I said, well, I don't know what after this fight is.
Friday.
Because I have this fight in front of me, and that's all I look at.
That's fair enough.
You know, so I think that's where GSP's coming from. He's world class, man. He's a tough guy.
Oh, he's crazy. He's badass.
If anybody can handle my boy Koscheck like that, you know, is a tough kid. You know?
I thought Koscheck was really going to have that one.
You know, and Koscheck would have had a better chance if he didn't break his elbow on the first shot. You know, but you know, my hat's off to GSP. He's tough kid.
So, Silverback, I think you're great. I think you're very entertaining. Love it. The in the ring, out of the ring. How do people get plugged in with you? Do you have a website? The AK? I mean, how do the fans connect with the Silverback?
Well, right now, all I have is a Facebook, and everybody's like, boo. Everybody's like, boo. You need to be on Twitter. And what I say to people, I was like, man, I'm not ready for the relationship on Twitter yet. You know, it's like going into a relationship, and I'm like, hey, I have a 3-year-old daughter. You know, so I gotta spend time with her when I'm with her, because right now I train. I come up to San Jose. I stay at the gym. You know, 15 weeks away from my kid. You know, but you know, I'm sure in the future we're gonna have a little more ways to get a hold of the Silverback.
Absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much.
Yeah.